All right, chosen ones. So welcome back to another episode on Antonicus Aurelius Motivates. And we're about to go ahead and get into this video today. Because I need to go ahead and talk to y'all again, man. We're about to move out, you know. As I said before, man, we can't stop. We have no other choice. We just have to face this cruel world, man, you know what I mean? Every day. That's what we have to do. And what they did to you was very cruel too, chosen one. But we're going to have a discussion about that, right? Right here, right now. Because we don't have nothing to worry about. You know? You already know we the best. We're the greatest of all times, man. There's none like us. You know? We them diamond royals. Sun is shining today, you know? So let's go ahead and do this, man. Let's talk about this, man, because you already know what time it is. It's a wrap for all your enemies and your haters, man. That's exactly what it is. Let's go. Yeah, see, chosen one. What happened was, see, and I just got to tell you this, when they came up against you, when they did what they did to you, you know, that was the worst mistake of their lives, you know, because, see, God had sent you to them, and you was meant to be into their lives to try to awaken them and make them aware of the dangers that was at hand, and also to get them onto the path God wanted them on. But when they did what they did to you, to tell lies on you and to go behind your back and do the things they did to you, to try to mess you up on your job or whatever, or to try to block your finances and all of that, when they did all those things to you, and then when they finally did the worst possible, which was to attack you, that was the worst mistake of their lives they ever made, man. Because, see, they will never have another opportunity with you again, ever again, because of that. And that pretty much sealed their fate. But you don't got to worry about nothing, because, see, the thing is, chosen one, you already know, you are still blessed and highly favored no matter what, man. No matter what, you still blessed and highly favored, because of what they did to you didn't you know, stop you from getting blessed still. And so, you know, now it's your season, man. It's your season right now, you know, and that's just the way it is, and they don't have no other choice but to see you shine. And the only thing you got to do, chosen one, is stay connected to that vine. John chapter 15. You know, verse 2, he had to cut them off from you and remove them from you, to prune them away from you, so that way you could you could start producing fruit. You know, this is why it had to be done. In your mind, it hurt really bad when it happened, you know. And of course, yeah, it hurt you on the inside deeply because you was disrespected, you was rejected, and you was severely mistreated, man. You was severely violated, you know. Many of you chosen ones, you were severely violated, man. In a severe way. Matter of fact, it messed you up so bad to where some of y'all couldn't even talk right. And you still, you know, healing and recuperating from all of that. But see, the thing is that you already know, chosen one, the enemy is at work so hard out here, man, against us. We have to stay connected to the word because we have to continue to shine our light because they doing everything they can to block us, to stop us, to sabotage us and everything. And it's not going to stop, you know, the attacks because the persecution is real. You know, it's just, it's part of this, what we do. What we do, like I said, what we have chosen, we didn't really choose. He chose us, right? He chose us to do this. What we've been chose to do, what we choose also to do because we know this is necessary, man, and because we didn't sell out, we didn't sell our souls. We know that this what we do has purpose. You know, it has purpose, and it's for the body. You know, the real true church, the body of Christ, man. That's who we're here for, man. You know? And we're not ashamed of that no more. Like I said, chosen one, this is your time to shine, man. And you're not gonna dim down for nobody, never again. Never again, you know? We got these things we gotta do and we're gonna get them done, man. We got to link up, you know, we're going to find other ones like us, like ourselves, like-minded people. And we're not going to never let what they did to us bring us down. They made a fatal mistake when they did what they did to you, chosen one. Because they crossed a royal one. You know, they crossed a diamond royal. And once they did that, you know, and they showed you who they were, I don't care who they were. Your fake family, your co-worker, your neighbor, whoever they were, man, wherever they were. Because you know they're all out here, all around us, man. Now they're even more bold with it because now they're being empowered by like the system and stuff like that, by, you know, the government, the officials and stuff. And they're humanoids. They done took the, you know, plus they don't have no soul. They're like soulless. They're your biggest haters. They're the ones who are out here, your ops, you know, informants, paid informants, trying to set you up. But the thing about it is, man, the greatest thing about it is, though, is being aware of it, you know? Being aware and knowing and understanding. Like I said, chosen one, you already know. Understanding is the greatest thing in life, man. It took a lot to happen to you for you to finally realize what was going down, though, you see? It was their jealousy and envy the whole time. That's what it was, man. They couldn't stand to see you have nothing. They didn't want you to see you have nothing, man. The devil didn't want to see you have a thing, man. And the biggest reason why was simply because of the fact that you wasn't gonna you wasn't gonna sell yourself short. I mean, you wasn't gonna take the ill-gotten gain, man. You wasn't gonna take the ill-gotten money, man. You wasn't gonna play that game, man, because you had already been that route. You came out of that, man. You know, you came out of all of that. You saw where that was taking you. Many of you had to go through probation periods and stuff like that, where you had to pay off fines. You had to learn your lesson the hard way, man. You know, some of you had to go to prison even, you know, do a couple years up the road. You came up out of that, man, you was like, man, nah, man, I'm good. I'm not doing this no more, you know what I mean? Because I already know it's a vicious cycle, you know what I mean? Y'all seen the cycle, how the cycle works. It's the system, man. But now we see the reason why their system is collapsing, right? That's the reason why their system is collapsing. But just coming back to you, you know, Chosen one time, you know, out here this morning, and we're going to talk about this again because, you know, like I said, man, it was the worst mistake of their lives when they did what they did to you, because you was that beautiful, you know, diamond that they threw away. They threw it away and traded it for a dirty rock. And they was blinded by the illusion. They went over on the other side thinking the grass was greener over on the other side. Little did they know that grass was just temporarily green, because really it had all kind of disease and everything on it, which later now is turning brown. It's turning brown now. And now they see it's turning brown. That grass done turned brown on them. And it's dead. And they realize now, too little too late, that they threw away a diamond, man. Too little too late, though. Too late is their cry. But, you know, we about to get out here. You know, I'm out here again today, this morning at the trail. The sun is shining again. Today I kind of switched it up a little bit with a little bit of background music. You know, just to kind of make the atmosphere a little bit better. You know, we constantly improving, Chosen One. That's what we doing. You know, that's another thing too. That they didn't never want to see us do. But we making ourselves better every day, right? That's what we doing, man. We making ourselves better every day. We constantly self-improving, constantly growing, constantly making ourselves better every day, man. Better than we were yesterday. That's what this is all about. And it's also all about just encouraging the other ones who need it right now during these difficult times. Because we can't give up. We don't have no other choice, man. Like I said, we have to do this, what we came to do. Because the world is in need of the real, man. It's too many who's fake. And we live in a fake society, man, where people just follow the crowd, man, and have been following the crowd for a very long time. But we not like that, see? Because we not like them, Chosen One. Like I said, man, you are rare. You're unique. And so we know that, though, right? So anyway, we here for one another, you know. And we know they made the biggest mistake they could have ever made when they did us wrong the way they did us, man. And God saw it all. And they hadn't got away with it, even though they think they might have covered it up and that they got away with it. But they did not get away with it. I don't care how many people they got that they hiding behind, or what kind of wealth they used to pay the cops, the judges, or whatever. I don't care. They still did not get away with what they did to you, chosen one. And they did not get away with taking advantage of your weakness and your vulnerability when they could have been there to give you that helping hand that they know they could have give you, but they was too jealous and envious to give it to you, because they thought that if you got it, they thought in their minds you was going to outshine them, because they have a scarcity mindset. They didn't want you to win because they figured if you win, then they can win. Not knowing that there's plenty enough to go around for all of them. If you would have won, then that would have helped them win. They didn't know that. They didn't understand that you was there to help them win, because you're the type of person who you always want to see everybody win. You want to see everybody improve. That's the type of person you are, chosen one. But anyway, man, we about to get up out of here. I'm about to get up out the car. We're going to take this walk, and I'm going to get these steps in this morning while it's nice and while the sun is shining, because we got to live every day to the fullest, man. And first of all, before we get out, I just would like to say a prayer, man. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, Lord, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. And my prayers go out to each and every one of the chosen ones out there today. All of those struggling with addictions, all of those struggling with sickness, all of those struggling financially, all of those struggling out here during these terrible times we in World War III, Lord, and what the devil is doing to destroy this world. My prayers go out to each and every one of them, that their spirits would be lifted today, that they would still have encouragement today. My prayers go out to each and every one of them, all of the ones, my day ones, and everyone who's on my channel and who have found my channel. My prayers goes out to them. We all stay together and lift each other in your name, in the name of Jesus, the mighty name above all names. And we say these things humbly in his name. Amen. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead, man. I'm going to go ahead and get my bag, get up out here, get these steps in. We're going to go ahead and walk it out. And we're going to have a discussion on this topic. All right. So y'all hold up. I'll be right back with you. All right, chosen one. So yeah, of course, I'm right back with you again. And yeah, like I was saying though, it was the biggest mistake they ever made when they did what they did to you, chosen one. They really messed up when they did that. But you know what though? It don't matter, because like I said, you still blessed and highly favored, no matter what. And then everything they did didn't even work anyway, so they wasted their time, because you still got your money anyhow. You may not have been a millionaire or nothing like that, you know what I mean? But you a millionaire in your mind. You got that mindset. You're undefeated in your mind. See what I'm saying? And yeah, it's a lovely day out here today, chosen one. It's March, almost the end of March already. March the 26th, 2026, Thursday, March 26th, 2026. And I'm just
back out here coming at you again, because I had to talk to you about this, because you know how it was. You know what they did. A lot of them wasted a lot of your time. They wasted a lot of your time for a very long time, chosen one. And your time is very valuable, because you talented and you gifted. You could have really made a real good impact with them if they would have assisted you. But that time is done expired now. So even if you had to do things all on your own, with no support, now you finding other people who support you, and they're complete strangers or whatever. Because you never gonna give up no matter what, because you already know the truth. You carry the truth. You live the truth. You breathe the truth. That's the reason why you have life, man. You have the light. That's what they don't have, man. They not about this life right here, what we are about. All they about is trying to backdoor you, or backstab you, trying to find some way to squirm their way in so they can find some kind of way to take from you, or to come around you just to bring you down, man. But you're not gonna be brought down. They always on that stuff like they gotta diminish you, belittle you. That's what they always been on from day one. It just took you a while to finally realize it. You had to put 2 and 2 together up here. That's what you had to do. And then they showed you who they were. You know what I mean? They showed you who they were. But it's all right though, because like I said, you never needed them in the first place. Because you got that big energy, man. Only thing they was ever doing, like I said, you got that big energy. The only thing they was doing was trying to harvest your energy. That's all they was trying to do. They was draining you. You couldn't even function properly. You thought something was wrong with you. You was kind of mixed up and confused. So you had to stumble or whatever you had to do. Some of you, tried to, go back to the way you were, back to the world because of them, because, you thought that was gonna help. I mean, you thought that turning back to substances and stuff like that was gonna help you to give you a better feeling and stuff like that. But you had already came out of all of that, You had came out of that before. You had already prayed your way out of that. So then you had to go through the periods of time, like I said, where things was happening that was outside of your control, that maybe caused you to be like that or to do that. But you already know His grace is always sufficient, man. His grace is always sufficient. That's what brought you back to what you knew. Also, you remember, you was like, man, how could this be? Nah, I done put into work. You know what I mean? I done put in way too much work. How could I let myself go back to that? And then you was like, nah, Lord, forgive me, Lord God. You know what I mean? I trust in you. You looked up. And then you said, nah, man, I know who I am. I know what I am. I believe in myself, even if nobody else don't. And then you went back in on yourself. You started putting in that work, man. You started training. Little by little, you started climbing back up. And then you already know, chosen one, you know you always got to crawl before you walk. It takes a little while, you know, you got to take that time out every day, man. You got to take that time out every day to just slowly but surely get back up on your feet. That's what they didn't want to see you do. They thought they had you defeated. They thought it was over for you. Little did they know your strength, your resilience. They knew nothing about that. In their mind, they had already done, you know, canceled you out, that you was gone. It was a wrap. It was over for you. And they were celebrating. That's what they was doing. It's a dirty game, boy, I tell you. It really is. You know, you already know, though, chosen one. You know what it is. You know what it is now, so you definitely not gonna never let it happen again. You're never gonna let it happen again. Like I said, you're stronger now. You're wiser now, man. You done came through too much. You done came through way too much. And you're not about to quit now. There's still a long road ahead of you. There's still a lot of things to be done. But you're gonna cross them bridges when you get there, right? With him leading the way. He's gonna lead the way. You just have to let him do it. That's what you have to do. And then you keeping your eyes peeled. You keeping your head on a swivel every day out here, you know? And you're alert. You're aware. You know their games. You're not playing into that no more. They stuck on stupid, many of them. Like I said, chosen one, you already know they got that high school mentality. You done outgrew all of that long time ago. Plus, you know it's a different time right now. Like I told y'all yesterday in the video, the time has done changed. You can see it. You can see it, you know it. You always knew it. But now you really see it, you know. You knew it was coming. You always knew it was coming. This time was going to change. These times were going to change, and that they was going to do what you knew they was planning to do the whole time. You were always aware since way back then, when he first opened your eyes to it all, when the scales were removed from your eyes because you seeked his face. See, that's what's different from you, chosen one. That's what separates you from them. You actually seeked his face. You seeked his face. You know, you actually, you know, killed the distractions and stopped paying attention to all those other things that they was always paying attention to and always on. And you seeked his face out. You seeked him, and you went in on yourself, because they was always stuck in the illusion, man. That's what it was. That's what makes you different from them. You can't never be like none of them. This world is all they ever gonna know, man. These worldly people. That's all they ever gonna know, man. But your time is coming, man. This is your elevation season. Like I said before, you know, you rising. And everything they stole from you is coming back. because they had every opportunity to help you, but they didn't. They enjoyed to watch you suffer. They took pleasure in your pain, man. That's what's so evil about it. You know, that's what makes it all the more worse now, and why it was the biggest mistake they ever made. Because they took pleasure in your pain, man, and seeing you while you was down and kicking you while you was down. You know, and talking about you while you was down. But you're the type of person, you done cut from that different cloth, Chosen One. I done told you. You cut from that different cloth, man. You strong. And you're not gonna accept defeat for nobody. No hater, no demon, no devil, no wicked and evil people out here in the government, in the industries or whatever. You're not gonna, just because they got more than you or whatever, make you think less of yourself or be less than who you was called to be. No. That's why you had to wake up. Once you woke up and you realized, you was like, nah, man, I'm not accepting this. You was like, no, they ain't gonna get away with doing me the way they did me, man. You know, after all I did, after all you did for many of these people, you know, you did a lot, man. Almost like gave the shirt off your back. Really, you probably literally did to some of them. And you also gave them your last, some of these people. The same people who wanted to see you get your last taken was the people who you gave your last to. Out of the kindness of your heart, man. Like I said, you are the type of person, Chosen One. You the type of person you like none other. You have a kindness inside your heart, but they took that for weakness. But you're not weak. There's nothing weak about you. You're not soft. Like, you know how to regulate on them if you have to. Like, you don't want to. You know, you don't. But you know how to take it there if you have to put them in their place. You're not going to let them play with you just any kind of way. You know, you have that strength inside you, that David spirit inside you against the Goliaths in your life. You'll pick up that stone and put it in the sling on them. They don't know. They don't know. It's just that you have more of a restraint. You have more of a good head on your shoulders to know when to do what you got to do and when to not do what you can't do. Because you already know everything out here is a setup. That's another thing that makes you smarter than them. Just because you ain't got no college degrees or no education doesn't mean nothing. And that doesn't mean that God don't see you. God always uses the foolish things of the world. He always ever did from the very beginning of time to humble those who are proud. The things of the world that are foolish is what he uses. And the wisdom of the world is foolishness in God's eyes. Infinite intelligence, not no artificial intelligence. See, that's the reason why ain't none of that going nowhere. What they building. And then they spending billions of dollars on all of that when they could be feeding people and feeding the hungry and helping others in need. They spending billions of dollars on building artificial intelligence. But that ain't got nothing on infinite intelligence. Infinite intelligence knows everything, sees everything, is all things. You know, infinite intelligence, man. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He done seen everything that's happening right now before it even happened. That's what they don't know. He saw everything they did. He saw everything they built before they even built it. That's what they don't understand. Because they don't believe in him. Many of these people who's doing all of this are atheists. They're trying to figure God out and trying to make themselves gods. But they can't do that. That's the reason why many of them are doing all of this and why they taking us and destroying so many people's lives all around the whole world, man. This is all over the world. This ain't just in one place. This is everywhere. It's worldwide what they did. So it's judgment time now for all of them. All the wicked, evil ones who done did all of this, chosen ones, and who did what they did to you. And we'll never forget that. But they made a fatal mistake when they crossed you. And that's a cross that they can never come back from. Because once he permanently cut them off, now they're cut off eternally from you. And you could have shared the word with them and had them growing in the word. You know? Do they still have an opportunity? Yes, they do, but not with you no more. So now access is officially denied to you and to your life. And the only thing you're going to do is continue to rise right in front of the same ones who hated you so fiercely. And they're not going to be able to have nothing to do with you. And then when it's your time for you to move on to your next, place wherever he deploys you or whatever, then that time is when that time comes, that time comes. Till then, you just got to stay humble, man. Keep feeding your spirit, man. Keep believing, keep trusting. You know, that's what I'm doing right now, man, during this season, man. Keeping the hope alive, man. Reaching out to my other brothers, man. Shout out to them, King Hype 777. I see you. I'm with you, man. We're together, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Doing your thing, man. We doing our thing over here on Tonicus Aurelius Motivates every day, man. Getting it, man. Every day. Never gonna stop for a hater. They might have thought they left us behind. Little do they know they're the ones about to get left behind. They made a fatal mistake when they crossed you, chosen one. You that diamond they threw in the dirt. And it's a wrap. So anyway, I hope this helped you out today. Back out here again, back out here connected with nature. You know how we do every time, the birds are singing. It's a lovely day, man. We're gonna live life to the fullest regardless. And that's what we're gonna do.
Thank you.
So, love, light, peace, blessings to you all, as usual. And for those of y'all who are new here to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If God put it on your heart to do so, hit the ring the notification bell so you can be notified every time when I drop new content. This channel right here is a motivational, inspirational, uplifting channel with positive vibes for those of you who may need encouragement during these difficult times. For those of you who are going through your own personal battles, struggles, hardships, whatever it is you're facing, man, don't give up, man. Keep your head up, man. I know the feeling. And, that's what this is all about. Or for any of y'all who just trying to better yourself, man. You reaching for the highest versions of yourself. Trying to make yourself better than you was yesterday. Look, we ain't none of us perfect. But we grow in here together, man. We motivate one another. That's what this is all about. And every day it's only going to get better and brighter. So till the next one, I'm going to catch y'all all on the next one, man. Peace.